As around the sun, the earth knows she's revolving, and the rosebuds know to bloom in early May. Just as hate knows love's a cure, you can rest your mind assured that I'll be loving you always.
Hey, it's your girl, TD of TD Productions, and I'm Teresa Davis with the good news of Baltimore. I want to talk about women. Yes, women. We are something special. Shoot, they gave us our own month, for women. Now, I looked the word up, and I said, I wonder what's going to be the definition of woman. And the first thing I saw was adult female. Go figure. Now, that was expected. But the second thing I saw was domestic and a person who works. Excuse me? We are far more than just a person who works. So I want to talk about uplifting our women. We are fantastic. We are special. We are nurturing. We are confidant. We are big mamas, if you will. We are the rock of the family. So I want you to do something special this week. I want you to go out and I want you to hug someone, or I want you to @someone on your social media who you think is an awesome woman. We are driven. We know what we want, and we're go-getters. And we take care of a lot of people. Sometimes we forget to take care of ourselves. So I want you to make sure that you're taking care of you. If you're that strong woman, doesn't matter what ethnicity, doesn't matter what color you are, if you're that strong woman, take care of yourself. Love yourself. Go out, tag someone who is great, who is phenomenal, who is doing big things. And big things, I mean like loving someone, giving out good advice, being that rock, someone to talk to. Like I said, you know who I am. It's your girl, TD, of TD Productions, and this is the good news of Baltimore. See you soon.
Just as hate knows love's a cure, you can rest your mind assured that I'll be loving you always.
Hello, we'd like to welcome you to the Donnie Glover Show. I want you to stay tuned for another informative 30 minutes of news and information. Stay tuned.
Just as hate knows love's a cure, you can rest your mind assured that I'll be loving you always.
Hey there, we're here with Kimberly Bostic, entrepreneur, serial entrepreneur. Who got the best crab cakes in Baltimore?
Coco's Pub.
Who?
Coco's.
Have you ever been downtown?
I've been downtown where, sir?
Like Fadley's?
Oh, yeah, I have. Coco's are better.
Moe's?
Coco's better.
What, they paying you to do a commercial for them?
No.
Look into the camera again.
Coco's Pub, Harford Road.
What about the Papa's?
No.
Tapas?
That's what you like.
Now, I go to Fadley's.
Okay.
Or can you make a crab cake?
I can. I can make anything. I love to cook.
Okay. Do you use special crab meat or jumbo lump?
Jumbo lump.
She didn't fall for that. Oh, okay. You put Worcestershire sauce in it?
I do.
What else you put in it?
A little lemon.
Lemon?
Yeah,
Okay.
a little lemon juice. And some special sauce. I can't tell.
See, everybody in Baltimore got the special sauce.
Yes.
Where'd you learn how to make crab cakes?
Where?
Yeah, who taught you?
A mother.
Because she cook?
Yes, she can.
Sure?
Yeah, I'm positive. She used to sell dinners. Yeah, she can cook good.
She,
She can burn.
okay, all right. Can she make crab soup?
Oh, I love cream of crab soup.
Cream of crab?
Yes.
I would have figured you like cream of crab.
Why would you say that?
Because I like Maryland crab.
Well, I like both, but
Oh,
I
you
love
do?
cream of crab, though.
You know, the key to some real good cream of crab is roux. That's what the chefs have always told me.
Is that right?
Yeah, roux.
Oh, okay.
What about fresh fish? You down with striped bass?
No.
Rockfish?
No.
Salmon? You like salmon?
I like catfish.
Catfish?
I do.
Why? It's the taste of it?
It's light.
Who
it's
makes the
fluffy.
best catfish?
I do.
Oh. What else? What are your other specialties related to Baltimore seafood? that you can cook?
Crab cakes, catfish, mainly crab cakes and catfish.
All right.
Yeah. Oh, crabs. I steam crabs a lot.
I was wondering about that.
Yeah, I steam
Has a
crabs.
crab ever escaped from your jurisdiction?
Of course. Especially when you get them in the those little
Bushels.
bushels. Yeah, but the reason why I started steaming crabs is because I moved to Pennsylvania and they are horrible there. Crabs are horrible in Pennsylvania.
They have no Old Bay?
Oh gosh, it's horrible. So what I would do is, okay, look, just give me these things live and I'll do it myself.
You transport? Oh, you?
No, I would
you
get
buy
them from
in
Pennsylvania live and I would have my seasoning from Maryland and I would just make them myself.
I gotta ask you, do you get real crabs or do you get spiders?
I get real crabs.
Okay, because some people get spiders and they swear, oh, we had some real crabs. Because two good crabs ought to do you.
No.
Two nice sized ones.
No, maybe about 6.
You really? Okay.
I'm a crab eater.
Okay. As I get older, I don't have the patience anymore.
Oh,
I want to
okay.
cop and bop, in and out.
Cop and bop.
That's right.
Oh, okay.
Boom, boom.
I like that.
When did you first learn how to open a crab?
Maybe in my 20s.
4 years old.
4?
Yeah. Since way back. Anyway.
Oh, no. I would just mess them up. Boom, boom. But now, you know, it's an art
And my
to it.
best friend used a butter knife.
Oh, no.
I never used a butter
No, I
knife.
just use my thumb. Boop.
He was rather proper. Miss you, Marty. Anyway, stay tuned. We've been talking with Kimberly Bossing. Stay tuned for the other side. We'll be right back.
It says hate knows love's a cure. You can rest your mind assured that I'll be loving you always.
Serial entrepreneur, but she's also, I guess, a modern day B. Gaddy. Would you say that? That's quite a title. I mean, B. Gaddy would
That
go
is
up in a
definitely a
hole
title.
and call people by names. Charlie, Eric, Billy, come on out, get some hot soup.
That's right.
But you have a home for people coming home from prison, people in recovery.
I did. Yeah, so I've had several transitional housing programs. Well, I had one program, but I had several houses housing men and women, ex-offenders, people that are homeless,
Why?
and individuals recovering from drugs.
Why?
Why?
Was it an incident?
So while recovery or addiction, it kind of hit home for me. So addiction was in my household. So growing up that way, when I got older, you know, going to school, I got my bachelor's degree in human services and management.
What school?
University of Phoenix. First I started at CCB.
I went to CCB.
And then finished at University of Phoenix years later. However, when I got my degree, it kind of made me want to go into the nonprofit sector. And then growing up in a household with addiction, and my husband's sister died being out in the streets, that's what inspired me to open up Bernie's Place. And I love helping people. I love, so many people turn their backs on people that suffer from addiction because they burn so many bridges. They just need a second chance. So, you know, I feel good being able to provide them that love that they need to recover, provide them that support that they need to recover because they can't get it from family members because they burn so many bridges. So these people become my family. We've taught them how to the re-entry process, getting back out here in the world, independent living, how to get a job, just everything they need to recover.
Tell me a success story.
A success story.
One.
So my very first client, when I first opened my program, before I had any grants, anything, I get a call from one of the organizations we were dealing with. Hey, my brother-in-law, he has about 25, 30 years clean. He calls me, hey sis, I have a client. I'm excited. Yes, my first client. Well, this guy was in shambles. They had just found him. He tried to commit suicide. So today he is my good friend. But when he first came into the program, he was done, ready to die, ready to give up his life. So, you know, he was my first client, so he was my baby. So we working on him, you know, we got him recovered. He had he's living with a terminal illness. We got that. We got him in order so that he could get his medication. And if he's listening now, he's going to know that I'm talking about him. But long story short, he was out there for years. When we got him in, we got him cleaned up.
How many years? 5 years?
No.
6 years?
Well, he had been in prison for about 30 years. But throughout prison, on the street, he was just bad, using, just doing everything. But once he came in the program...
Is it safe to say he had no semblance of normalcy?
None.
That we would consider normal?
Not at all.
Living in a house?
Not at all.
Paying bills?
Not at all.
Having something regular like a job to do?
Not at all. His job...
Could he read or write?
He can read or write, but his job was to go take money from people to survive. That was the only job that he knew.
Stick-ups.
That's it. You got it. Yep, that's what he would do. But now, he was in the program. We made him the house manager. You know, you could do this. We made him feel important. You are somebody. And so many people just look down on people that are in addiction and use drugs like they're nobody, but you are somebody.
First time I met this lady, she had me in tears, and she almost got me in tears again. It ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, but now he's my family.
Beautiful.
So he's still hanging around with me. I still talk to him. He comes to my house, my personal house. Now he has his own apartment. He's doing good with his health. He's up at Johns Hopkins weekly doing his visits. So, you know, he's good. That is my success story.
Your first house was in East Baltimore?
On Miami Street. Yes, Miami and Lakewood.
So growing up, you saw the heroin man on the corner, the cocaine man, the crack man on the corner.
Everybody, you name it.
You saw the people buying. You saw people pawning their items to go get money.
I saw everything, and I had a party house.
Wow.
Yes.
Stay tuned. We're going to come back on the other side with Kimberly Bostic. You're watching the Donnie Glover Show.
Says hate knows love's a cure. You can rest your mind assured that I'll be loving you always.
If you're just joining us, we're talking with Kimberly Bostic. This lady has a transitional house. Transition house. She's helping addicts. She's helping the homeless. She's helping people who've come home from 30 years of incarceration.
Yes.
What would you like to see from the city of Baltimore? I mean, you're one person who's doing your part to combat addiction, to help ex-offenders, to combat homelessness. Could the city, could the state do more? What would you like to see more of?
I would like to see the city housing these people more, because a lot of these individuals are homeless, and sometimes we cannot get funding. We can't pay for bed space. I would like to see the city house these individuals instead of just leaving them out.
Got to tell you, you know, where I live in West Baltimore, in Sandtown, I'm seeing more and more homeless people from North and 83, North Avenue and Mount Royal, but they're not African American. I'm seeing more white people buying dope in the hood and shooting dope in the hood and living in vacant houses in the hood. What do you think of that?
I don't think that addiction or homelessness have a color or an area.
But you from East Baltimore.
I'm from East Baltimore.
Did you see any white people buying dope, copping dope, shooting dope in your neighborhood?
I do.
No, growing up.
When I was younger, no. But now we have them kind of mixed in.
So what's happening? Is Baltimore, I don't know if you've been to the West Coast, out in Portland, Oregon.
No.
Portland, Oregon has more homeless people than you've ever seen in your life. I mean, tens of thousands. It's almost as if Baltimore is becoming the spot on the East Coast that's attracting homeless addicts.
I don't know what it is. It's just the drugs are just rampant here. I mean, but I have seen it, yes. But I mean, I don't know.
And now with the heroin and the cocaine and the weed, it's fentanyl.
It's fentanyl, yes.
So this fentanyl, where a cat might have went away to prison 10 years ago, shooting dope of that quality 10 years ago, now it's
different. It's a different scale.
It's
And,
on steroids.
and the sad part about it, when you go to these different neighborhoods and they're copping this dope, if it doesn't have the killer in it, if it doesn't have
They don't
fentanyl,
want it.
they don't want it. I don't get it.
Have you seen people get brought back by the,
Yes.
what's it called?
That pen, it's sad.
But then they wake up, oh, you messed up my high.
Yes, they want it. They want what kills people.
You messed up my high. What can we all do to be more proactive like you?
What could we do to be proactive?
Did you know growing up that you were growing up in a war zone?
I did not.
I didn't
Probably
either.
because I was in a different world. Although I was just different.
But in retrospect, I can say I grew up Moreland and Baker, Patterson Park, Lanville, North and Greenmount. It was a war zone. Nobody told us it was a war zone.
It was. But now that I look back, and so when I got older, like a lot of things that I didn't know what was going on, even inside my house, when I got older, I look back like, oh, that's
not
what
normal.
was that. Not at all.
We shouldn't have seen that.
Not at all. Not at all.
I remember going to high school. There was a teacher or two that was struggling.
Yeah.
Might fall off into a nod.
Yeah. I would be home and see it. Well, I wouldn't see the nod part, but I would see a lot of stuff. And I really didn't know what was going on. But then when I got older, looking back, like, wow, that was a lot of stuff.
So why don't you look into that camera and tell anybody who's in need of help. Are you still helping people?
I am.
There's a chance. Save a life.
If there is anybody in need of help, need transitional housing, need employment assisting, any type of supportive services, you can feel free to give me a call at 443-290-6888. If I don't provide the services, I could definitely connect you guys with any type of services that you need.
I hear you saying don't give up. I mean, somebody who's been away for 30 years and you've worked with them.
Yes.
That's like the bottom of despair. Somebody's just giving up, suicide, but you said hang in there. Don't give up. Don't give up. We're talking with Kimberly Bossig. You're watching the Doni Glover Show. Stay tuned.
Just as hate knows love's a cure, you can rest your mind assured that I'll be loving you always.
Listen, Kimberly Bossig is also a Black Wall Street awardee. Recently, we had an event at Coppin State. How many businesses do you have?
I have a couple businesses. I do have a tax preparation business in Baltimore City on Bel Air Road. I have I provide janitorial services. I also provide credit restoration. And the one thing about the credit restoration, I do that because a lot of people in the inner city, growing up, we were not taught about credit. That was the last thing we even thought of. Mainly people in Baltimore City or in the inner city, by the time you're 18 or 19 trying to use your credit, somebody then put something in your name. So with the credit restoration, I'm trying to give back by restoring our communities. So I really don't want to give it out, but I'm working on a project where we could help rebuild the city, help to restore the city by repairing credit and helping these people buy back properties in the city of Baltimore. So maybe if we buy back properties in the city, we'll care more about our community and it'll kind of curb some of the crime.
How can people get in touch with you? You got a janitorial business, credit repair,
Tax preparation.
Tax preparation. How
Yeah.
can people reach you?
You can reach me on my website, KimberlyMBostic.com. You could call me at 443-290-6888 or on Facebook at Squeaky Clean Credit.
And Squeaky is
SQUEEKYKLEEN Credit.
Okay, good deal. We're talking with the one and only Kimberly Bossig. Very proud of you.
Thank you.
She's sharp too. Check out y'all. Check out them shoes.
Stop it. Stop
Keep watching
it.
the Doni Glover Show. We'll be back.
Just as hate knows love's a cure, you you can rest your mind assured that I'll be loving you always.
We'd like to welcome you back to the Donnie Glover Show. We have a bona fide, certified East Sider, Gregory Branch. How are you, sir?
What's going on, buddy? How you feeling?
Major League Baseball,
That's it.
Dunbar poet,
For life.
big-time alumni, tally ho,
Yes.
and now you're in a documentary, a movie,
Yes. They did a movie on me this summer.
and what's the name of it?
It's called When a Man Loves. It's called the Gregory Branch story, but the name of it is When a Man Loves.
Well, who are you in love with?
Oh, I'm in love with my wife. I'm going to always be in love with my wife.
Dale Tally Branch.
Yes.
And she's been gone since.
She died 12 years ago.
How has that affected you?
Oh, it devastated me. It was the worst thing that could ever happen to me when it happened. But even after it happened, I went back to being 13 again. So I met her when I was 13. So my first girlfriend became
Your wife.
my wife. So that was it. I only dated once, and that was it.
Where's the documentary? Where can we see this?
The documentary, you can just go in and type in the Gregory Branch story, and it'll basically pop in. They'll show the trailer of it, but the movie will be put on probably in the next week or so. But
Who's the producer?
we got Fraser Dreyer. He is the producer who's done a lot of documentaries and TV shows, and he just approached me and said, "Look, man, you got a story that should be told." And I really didn't want to get into that because it was private, but it was so many people coming to me asking me certain things and I just felt that at this time it was time for me to just put it out there.
How did you know you were in love?
How did I know that I was in love? I knew I was in love when I first seen it at 13. At 13, everybody thought that, oh, you know, your first time, you know, your nose wide open. But it was like, it was from the first time I touched her hand, I knew it. So it was something that happened. And then then when I got older, before I graduated, I married her when we was in high school. No one knew. But I married her right in high school. No one knew we was that we eloped and got married. And
Now, having heard this story, I know that Coach Bob Wade gave you some marching orders. He and some other men in your life. You told me they told you essentially don't mess up.
well, when I got married, I left on a Wednesday. It was like a half a day, and me and Dale went downtown to the city hall. We got married, and I came back to school. When I got back to school, the next day, Mr. Wade called me and told me come downstairs, and I came downstairs. And remember, no one knew. This was completely secret.
But this Coach Bob Wade, that's like the Godfather. You the Godfather, but he also the Godfather.
He knew it all. And he brought me in his office. He said, "You married that girl, didn't you?" And I said, "Yes, sir." "How did you know?" He said, "You married that girl, didn't you?" And I said, "Yes, sir." He said, "You better take care of her." That was it.
Stay tuned. We're talking with Gregory Branch, East Side legend, right here on the Donnie Glover Show. Stay tuned.
Just as hate knows love's a cure, you can rest your mind assured that I'll be loving you always.
Welcome back to the Donnie Glover Show. We're talking with the one and only Gregory Branch. So, what does Dunbar mean to you?
Well, I mean, Dunbar is a legacy. It means everything to me because I married, buried my wife as a poet. So that right there means a lot. And the fact that me becoming a baseball player, me meeting certain people in my life, it all started there. Because before, I mean, I was one of the guys on the street who was could have been in jail.
Where'd you grow up?
I grew up in East Baltimore off of Wolf and Eager by hi-hats.
Well, how did baseball come into play over there? I don't know. No baseball fields over there. Maybe one.
Well, with baseball fields, people look at me and say, well, Greg, you were pretty good in this. But what people don't understand is that back in them days, we all were athletes. You know, Mom would tell us y'all get outside, there's grown people in here, and play. It wasn't no computers and all the other stuff that was around. Most of us had one TV. So the thing is, we were outside playing. Everybody in the city, and everyone that I know, we were all athletes. So we can all play, and we played amongst one another. And people needed to understand that it wasn't that I was good. Everybody was good. We all was good. Even you. We were good.
Who was it? Your mom, your dad? I mean, three branches that I know of. 2 in politics, 1 in public service and baseball. Who pushed y'all?
Well, my mother is the one who pushed it because she tried to keep us away from certain elements. And then there were certain guys that lived in the neighborhood in the area who were the bad boys that looked out for the little guys. Not like today where they put them little kids on the street. These are the guys like a Main Gant, like a Skip Wise. All these guys, they may have done things, but they made sure that the average kid don't follow in my footsteps. You better not do this. So they kind of looked out for the other guys.
What can people do to support the Tally Ho Productions and all of the Dunbar events you do? What can people do to support you?
I would say, to be honest, it would be absolutely nothing. I don't want anybody to do anything because then they're shining a light on my wife. This is all about her. I do everything because I figured out a way with Tally Ho Sports how to generate my own money so I won't have to have anybody to come sponsor me. I can get my own money because most people come in and say that they want to come in and we'll give you money, but then there's stipulations behind it.
They want to own it. So
right.
the big day in the summer in East Baltimore under the dome. We coming. I know. You got a date yet for this year under the dome?
The big day is the first Saturday of every August.
First Saturday
of every
August. See you at the dome. You'll be there.
Legend
Hugh Smith will be there. Hugo, Mike Brown. Who's some of the legends?
Man, I'm talking about you looking at Roger Dickens. You're looking at Skip Wise. You're looking at my brother Talmadge Branch that'll be there.
Kosher.
I mean, you're looking at Kosher. You're looking at Keith Goody. I mean, all these guys. You even looking at Reggie Williams.
Who's the cat from D.C.? Stacy
Robinson. All these guys are legends, and they come into play. They come in to give back to the city to let the community see that we're out to sit back to let a lot of these young kids see that it all started. Everything started somewhere, and it started with them. These are the ones who actually built that, who paved the road for them to get the scholarships, to go different places, to go to the school. These are the guys that, like, for instance, Roger Dickens. Last time Roger Dickens, when he walked in there and everyone praised him at Madison, his own children and grandchildren at the time never saw him get those accolades.
They rushing me off the camera. Lisa Leslie's uncle, what's his name? The dunk master. Al Leslie.
Al Leslie.
And there's a whole bunch of them.
Whole bunch of
We're
them.
going to learn all of this and more over in the east side. First Saturday, August, the Dome. We see you there. You're watching the Donnie Glover Show. Thank you, Greg.
You're welcome.
As around the sun, the earth knows she's revolving, and the rosebuds know to bloom in early May. Just as hate knows love's a cure, you can rest your mind assured that I'll be loving you